This morning I'll be leading a metta practice in quite a different way from yesterday. Um, we all need to have many ways in to practice, and this morning I'm going to do something which has got a bit more of an imaginative quality in the way that we practice this morning. So let's just set ourselves up. Let's just sit comfortably, finding a posture that will support us. And as we prepare and arrive for meditation, we're actually going to hear the Buddha mantra. So as this mantra is playing, what I'd like is that you just allow yourself to feel yourself in the presence of the Buddha, and that the Buddha is holding us for this period of practice. So when you're ready, Sarah, if you could play the mantra, that would be great. So here we are, we're sitting in the presence of the Buddha. We're a spiritual community, a Sangha, sitting with the Buddha. And the Buddha's looking out at each of us, taking us in. And he's seeing us with his kindly eyes. And the Buddha can see us with kindly eyes because he understands reality. He understands conditionality. He understands that each of us sitting before him is where we are because of conditions. He has tenderness towards us, our human frailties, our concerns, our worries. He has tenderness for each of us. But the Buddha's wisdom is far greater than that. And the Buddha sees us now, but he also sees us in the future. He sees all of our potential. He sees that if we continue to practice, we will grow, develop, and change. And he sees those seeds of Buddhahood really deeply in us all. We all have that potential within us. And the Buddha knows this with certainty. And we have to begin to know that with certainty too. So we can draw on the confidence of the Buddha as we enter the first stage of the practice. So in this first stage, we arrive more fully into ourselves, settle down into ourselves. We just check in with our bodies, and we give attention to any areas that need a bit of attention, any areas that might need to soften. And then we just tune in with our breath. Tuning into the rise and fall of our natural breath. And then we just begin to notice the area around our hearts. As we notice this area, we begin to see something deep in our heart. We begin to see this golden seed deep in our heart. seed of potential, the seed of complete openness to metta and the ability to give and receive metta. And the seed begins to shine brightly. There's this warm glow in our heart. And we begin to notice the seed. It's flowering. Little shoots are arising. From this seed in our heart arises a beautiful lotus flower, delicate, shimmering flower within our heart, a flowering of metta and compassion within us. The fragrance of the perfect life within us, taking its own shape, its own form. And this perfect life adds a fragrance, tenderness, and this perfume, this fragrance of metta, of compassion, from our heart enters into our bloodstream. It circulates around the whole of our being, the whole of our body, nourishing every aspect of us. The whole being is perfumed with the fragrance of metta from our heart. You can feel it softening us, without us having to do anything at all, can radiate out from us, can reach out into the world. There's nothing we have to do to make that happen. It will just be a natural arising. We allow this natural arising, this natural flow of metta to extend towards a good friend. You can sit softly back, just to allow this to unfold, goodwill towards our friend. So we just sit with our friend and take them in. Notice any responses we're having to them. Just greeting our responses with goodwill, with kindness. As we take our friend in, take them in a little bit more deeply. We realize that they too have this golden seed in their heart. They too have the potential to grow and develop. Just like us, they can become a being of metta. So with this awareness of our friend's potential, we wish them well. We wish for them that they find what they need to nourish that golden seed, the seed of goodness in their heart. So wishing our friend well. And then allowing the sense or image of our friend to fade away. Just checking in with ourselves, checking in that we're in contact with ourselves, softening any areas that may have built up tension. Trying to stay connected to the perfume of metta. And again, without having to make any effort, just allowing that perfume to flow out towards a neutral person. This person who, like us, has hopes and dreams, joys and sorrows. Seeing if we can allow our metta, the flow of metta, to just extend to them. And then we begin to take them in as well. We look at them closely, feel their presence. As we feel them, their presence or see them, we notice that they too have this golden seed of potential in their heart. We take them in with the kindly eyes of the Buddha. Knowing that just like us, they can grow and develop. And we wish for them that they find the right conditions Then we allow the image, the sense of this neutral person to fade away. Once again, just checking in with ourselves, softening areas that may have built up tension, noticing how we are now, and preparing ourselves to bring to mind our difficult person. We take in our difficult person, if that's possible for us to do. You might just want to sit with them and wish them well, or you might want to take a closer look and notice that they too have this golden seed of potential in their heart. They too can change. They too can grow and develop. What we wish for them is they grow and develop in their way. They find what truly makes them happy. So wishing this difficult person well in their search for happiness. Then we allow the image or the sense of this difficult person to fade away. And we bring to mind all sorts of beings, people we know, people we don't know, beings who are near to us, beings who are far, far away. All the beings who are sick, and all the beings who are healthy, and all the beings who have faith, and all the beings who have no faith. Seeing all these beings with the eyes of the Buddha, we know that each one of them has this golden seed in their heart. Each one of them has the potential for deep and meaningful fulfillment. We can rest back in confidence in this. And with this confidence, we can wish all beings well, wherever they may be. May all beings find happiness and the sources of happiness. May all beings find what they need to allow the seeds of their potential to grow into beautiful lotuses. And gradually we begin to bring the meditation to an end, grounding ourselves back in our bodies, loosening up any areas that might have become a bit stiff. Taking a few deeper breaths. Allowing our senses to engage with the world again, with sound, and what we can see, what we're touching. Now you can just take the time you want. If you want to sit on, you can. There's no need to join groups this morning because we'll be coming back together to meditate.